Have you ever felt like you're just a character in a movie, but someone else wrote the script? You're scrolling through perfect feeds. You're hitting all your career milestones. You look absolutely fine on the outside, but inside, there's this huge, echoing void, a sense that the real you is constantly trapped behind glass. What if I told you that a brilliant Swiss psychiatrist who passed away over 60 years ago not only knew exactly why you feel this deeply modern malaise, but left behind the ultimate instruction manual for fixing your soul in this intensely chaotic world? Stay right there, because this wisdom isn't just dusty academia, it's the emergency light for your current life crisis. And we are diving deep into Carl Jung's ultimate, practical guide to true sanity and self-discovery. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so thrilled you decided to join me today for a conversation that I genuinely believe can transform how you view your struggles and your potential. We're talking about Carl Jung, a man often overshadowed by Freud, yet his insights into the human psyche are exponentially more relevant for surviving the unique pressures of 21st century life. Think about it. Our ancestors worried about survival. We worry about authenticity. We're overstimulated, anxious, and obsessed with the mask we present online. Jung saw this coming, and he gave us the tools to fight back against this psychic fragmentation, helping us piece together the whole self we didn't even know was shattered. Jung essentially believed that the reason so many of us feel adrift, constantly seeking external validation or quick dopamine hits, is because we are fundamentally disconnected from our own internal landscape. We have prioritized the superficial me, the job title, the follower count, the perfect spouse over the deep, complex, and sometimes messy reality of who we actually are. This disconnect, this widening gap between your public self and your inner truth, is where real psychological suffering begins, and modern society is designed to maximize that gap. We're encouraged to prune away anything inconvenient, emotional, or dark, leaving us rootless. Now, let's get right to the most famous, and perhaps the most intimidating concept, the shadow self. What is the shadow? It's not some spooky Halloween monster hiding under your bed. It's everything about you that your conscious mind has deemed unacceptable, embarrassing, or imperfect, and has ruthlessly shoved into the basement of your psyche. Think of the petty jealousies, the rage you suppress, the creative talents you abandoned because someone told you they weren't practical. That's all lurking in your shadow. We spend so much energy policing these parts of ourselves, pretending they don't exist. But here's the kicker. The more you deny your shadow, the stronger and more chaotic its influence becomes. It doesn't disappear. It just gets projected outwards, meaning that the things that truly irritate you about other people, their arrogance, their lack of discipline, their loudness, are often direct reflections of your own unacknowledged qualities. It's like carrying a heavy backpack full of bricks everywhere you go, wondering why you're so tired all the time. The incredible wisdom here, and the part that applies so brilliantly to modern mental health, is that true wholeness, true emotional resilience, doesn't come from eliminating the shadow, but from integrating it. Imagine the power you unlock when you stop wasting energy on suppression and instead acknowledge that, yes, you harbor aggressive impulses, but those impulses can be channeled into protective boundaries or fierce ambition. Acknowledging your darkness doesn't make you evil. It makes you whole, real, and psychologically robust. Moving on, let's tackle archetypes, because this explains why we are so prone to identity crises and comparison culture. Jung defined archetypes as universal, inherited patterns of behavior and imagery like innate blueprints for human experience. Think of the hero, the mother, the trickster, or the wise old man. We all operate using these templates, and they shape our expectations of ourselves and others. The problem in modern life, however, is the overwhelming pressure to conform to one specific archetype. Usually the idealized persona. The persona is the mask we wear for the world, it's your professional profile. Your curated Instagram feed, the polite version of you that attends uncomfortable networking events. It's necessary for social functioning, sure, but when we over-identify with the persona, we choke the life out of our other, equally vital archetypes. When the only self you recognize is the successful executive or the flawless parent, what happens when that external role inevitably falters? Utter psychological collapse, because you have no inner foundation left to stand on. Jungian wisdom encourages us to step back and ask, which archetype is running my life right now? And am I happy with the script it's forcing me to follow? Maybe you need to stop prioritizing the dutiful helper archetype and awaken the powerful warrior within who sets boundaries and says, no. Self-discovery here is less about finding a new role and more about balancing the ancient roles that already exist inside you, giving equal airtime to the playful trickster and the nurturing mother. Regardless of your gender, this leads us to the grand central goal of Jungian thought, individuation. This is the process of becoming a unified, whole person, a self that is distinct from both the collective society and your superficial persona. It is, quite simply, the journey of true self-discovery, moving from a scattered state of relying on external signals to a grounded state of inner authority. It's challenging because it requires confronting everything you've run from, but it is the only path, Jung argued, to lasting fulfillment. Individuation is not about becoming perfect. It's about becoming complete. Think of it as alchemy, taking the lead your fragmented, unintegrated parts and transforming it into gold, your authentic, fully realized self. This process often begins when our familiar life structure breaks down, a job loss, a relationship ending, or a deep existential crisis, the kind of spiritual emergency that modern life seems particularly good at triggering. These painful moments are actually invitations from your deeper self to finally pay attention. So, how do we actually do this work? Jung gave us practical tools, and they feel incredibly potent when applied to modern mental health maintenance. The primary tool is engagement with the unconscious, and this often starts simply with honest journaling, but not just logging your day. Try active imagination. Sit down, close your eyes, and allow an image, feeling, or internal figure to present itself, and then dialogue with it. Treat the figures in your mind as real entities that have something important to say. Another crucial technique is serious dream analysis. Our dreams are direct messages from the unconscious, often compensating for what the conscious mind is ignoring. If you keep dreaming of being chased, what part of yourself are you running from? If you dream of a beautiful ruined castle, what potential or relationship have you allowed to decay? Treating dreams not as random noise, but as profound guidance is an absolute game changer for unlocking hidden wisdom. This brings us to one of the most magical and hopeful Jungian concepts, synchronicity. Synchronicity is not just coincidence. It is a meaningful alignment between an inner psychological state and an external event. Think of it as the universe winking at you, confirming you are on the right path. For example, you're wrestling with a deep career question, and suddenly, a completely unrelated book falls open to the exact page offering the answer you needed. Why is this so powerful for us today? In a world that often feels random, meaningless, and driven solely by cold logic, synchronicity restores a sense of profound purpose and connection. It reminds us that our internal life is not isolated, that when you truly commit to inner work, shadow integration, balancing archetypes, the external world starts to reflect that shift, opening doors and presenting opportunities that feel almost miraculous. It's the universe rewarding your authenticity. To activate synchronicity, you must first stop forcing life. Modern society teaches us to hustle and control, but Jung reminds us there is power in allowing and observing. When you pause your frantic external search and focus instead on clarity within, knowing your true desires, integrating your repressed fears, you create the psychic space for meaningful events to manifest almost effortlessly. It's about being ready when the door opens, not trying to smash the door down. Let's synthesize this, because this is the real power of Jungian wisdom for the 21st century. We are constantly seeking external quick fixes, new diets, new partners, new investments to fill an internal hole. Jung flips the script and says the only sustainable solution is radical self-confrontation. The anxiety, the lack of meaning, the identity fatigue, these are not failures. They are symptoms of an unlived life demanding attention from your deeper self. They are invitations to begin the individuation journey, the path to living an emotionally rich, purposeful life is not found by running faster in the external race, but by slowing down, descending into your own psychological depths, and befriending the powerful, messy, brilliant being that resides there. Carl Jung gave us the map, tools like the shadow and archetypes, and the hopeful destination, individuation. It's a heroic journey, and the hero is you. You already possess everything you need to become whole. You just need the courage to look inside and start the necessary work. The biggest challenge is simply starting the dialogue with yourself, moving past fear and understanding that vulnerability is not weakness. It is the prerequisite for psychological power. Don't be afraid of the things you find in your shadow. They are not there to destroy you, but to serve you once you reclaim and integrate their energy. This is how you stop being a fragmented spectator in your own life and start becoming the conscious, intentional author of your story. So, my friends, I truly hope this dive into Jung has sparked something profound in you. This isn't just theory. This is life-changing psychological practice. If you found yourself nodding along, if the concept of the shadow or synchronicity hit home for you, please let me know in the comments below. Have you tried journaling your dreams or recognized an archetype driving your recent decisions? Share your experiences. Our community is here to support this amazing journey of self-discovery. If this video helped you feel seen or gave you a new lens through which to view your modern struggles, please hit that like button. It helps this essential wisdom reach others who are also searching for meaning. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into wisdom for the modern soul. And of course, share this with anyone you know who might be feeling lost or stuck. I will see all of you in the next video, and remember, the greatest discovery you will ever make is always within yourself. Take care.